Another Friday, another special video, and one more question answer round with you guys. Hi, you're watching India Today Tech. I am Pavni Jain, and welcome to our Q&A special. In this video, I answer to all your technology related questions. So if you have any questions, put it in the comment section down below. Use the hashtag Let's Get Techie, and I'll take your question next Friday. Now it's time to start with today's questions. Question number 1. So Abhishek Bathar writes, if I have to choose between Samsung Galaxy S10e or S10 Lite, except screen size where I am flexible. So if you want me to choose between these two phones, of course I'll go with S10 Lite. It's more latest, comes with powerful set of cameras, bigger battery and Snapdragon chipset. But if screen size is what matters to you, then S10e, because S10 Lite is of course too much bigger when you compare it with S10e. So pick S10e. What else? Next question is by Prithvi Amon. He writes, kindly suggest mid-range phone along with Super AMOLED and best processor. So I plan to get next month Realme X2. That's one of the amazing mid-range phone that comes with a 730G chipset and is also Super AMOLED. That's what you wanted. So yeah, go ahead with Realme X2. Next question. Udit Devangan writes, is it wise to buy LG G Plus 7 now? I've been using OnePlus 3T since last 3 years. I need good camera and water resistant phone. LG G7 Plus ThinQ is a 2-year-old phone now, if I'm not wrong, and surely it is one of the impressive phones with amazing specs and features, but since it's 2020, I would want you to buy something new. So at a similar price point, you should consider the new iPhone SE. Yeah, it is water resistant, comes with amazing cameras, and it's also compact. AD Roy has written, my priority is camera and S Pen. Shall I invest in Note 10 Lite? It has a mixed review overall. Go ahead with Note 10 Lite. I'm currently using that phone. I really like it. And I would say if you can spend a little more, then you can also consider Galaxy Note 10. Next question. Sunita Saini writes, please do Poco X2 full review. Wish granted, my child. I am actually planning to shoot a crispy and a short video where I'll be talking all about Poco X2 because you guys are certainly going crazy about it. Yes, you guys are literally crushing over it, so I'm going to upload that video very soon. Stephen Jabez writes, will the yet to be released Redmi K30 Pro with UFS 3.1 perform better than the holy grail of gamers, the Black Shark 3 Pro with UFS 3.2? I haven't tested either of these phones, and the chances are that Black Shark 3 Pro won't be launched in India, and if the Redmi K30 Pro comes to India, it'll be like a rebranded version, so it'll be likely called the Poco F2. But if I still have to comment on these two phones, then I would say the Black Shark 3 Pro may outperform the Redmi device because those phones are actually tuned better for gaming experience, and I believe that the Black Shark phone will manage the high heat temperature slightly better with its cooling system than the Redmi device. Atishi Jain writes, should we charge phone in a single go till 100% or we can remove it anytime without affecting its battery? Also, does it adversely affect if phone keeps charging even after 100%? See, if your phone is totally dead, then you should put it on charging and take it somewhere around 80%. This way it puts less pressure on the phone and elongate the battery life, but it shouldn't be dead most of the times. It should rarely happen because that is one thing that affects the phone's battery, and ideally you should be maintaining 50% of battery life in your phone most of the times. If I tell you, then these are all theories, as in no phone maker says that these things will help affect the battery or charge cycle of your phone, but you can always do little things that can prolong the battery life of your phone, and you should be doing that. Actually, you had one more question that you asked me, does it adversely affect if phone keeps charging even after 100%? So actually, let's say that you left your phone on charging overnight. and you take it out in morning, it shouldn't affect the battery life of your phone, because actually once it is 100%, the phone itself stops passing the current. Yes, because the battery pocket is already filled, so it stopped passing the current. You'd actually see that it's filling, but it's actually not charging, and this is one of the features that is inbuilt in the phones these days. So that was actually a very interesting question. Let's move on to the next one. Pratyush Mohanty writes whether I should go for OnePlus 8 or OnePlus 70. OnePlus 70 for so many reasons. OnePlus 8 is expensive. It comes with curved display. It also comes with 865 chipset, which is another reason why it's expensive. It enables 5G network, which we don't need right now in India, because in India as of now it is 4G LTE, which is the mainstream network. So why do you need OnePlus 8? Plus, there's one more reason. Personally, I feel having a telephoto camera is more useful than having a macro camera that is there in OnePlus 8. So my call is OnePlus 70. Let's take another question. Which one? Gaurav Singh writes, I am using Nokia 8.1 mobile. I want to upgrade with new one. Which one should I buy? Preferences: stock Android, good camera and decent battery. Go ahead with Google Pixel 3a XL. That's a very nice phone. But in case if you are not in hurry, then I would suggest OnePlus Z. Yes, wait for OnePlus Z. You won't get stock Android experience because that runs on Oxygen OS, but it's pretty much close to stock Android. Plus, it features, like, going by the rituals of OnePlus, it should come with amazing cameras and battery life. Next is from Tech Z, like TechZ or Tech Z, I don't know. Poco X2 camera is good, or Mi Note 9 Pro Max camera is good. Poco X2. Let's take another question. Fahad Iqbal has written, please suggest me best laptop under 20k to 25k for studying purposes. Fahad, if it is genuinely for basic tasks like reading things on the internet, or maybe writing documents, or preparing PowerPoint presentations, that's what you do when you're studying. So then you should go ahead with HP Chromebook X360. At a budget of rupees 25k, actually there aren't really very good window laptops. So that way Chromebooks are really nice. They are really very lightweight. Plus they come with amazing battery life as well, like somewhere around 12 hours. So that's pretty good deal. Next question. Actually, I need water, guys. So never mind. Shaukat Ali has written, I have budget. Wow. I have budget, full stop. I confused in iPhone 11 versus S20 Plus. Which one I should buy in your opinion? My opinion, iPhone 11, go ahead. So I'm taking the last question by Karthik Muralidharan. He has written, please suggest me a good phone below rupees 20,000. I use phone mainly for gaming and like to have up to date on Android version. If there is no phone in that price tag, can you suggest something under rupees 30,000? That's okay, Karthik. You don't have to extend your budget more than 20,000. I'm going to suggest you Poco X2. That's a recent phone, comes with Android 10. So yes, it's one of the gaming beasts under a price segment of rupees 20,000. Runs on a 730G chipset. Comes with good set of cameras as well. So plus point. So yes, go and check out Poco X2 specs and features. And yeah, thank you for asking that question. Thank you everyone for asking all the questions. And with that, give this video a big fat thumbs up if you like it. Share this video with your friends and subscribe to our channel. We're also there on Twitter and Facebook, so go check out our social media as well. And you can always ask me a lot of questions in the comment section down below. You know it. Use the hashtag Let's Get Techy and I'll take it next Friday. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned.